Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color, and this is the reading for September 21st. I have my coffee there. Relax. Okay. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. So according to my calendar, the 22nd is the first day of fall. Who knew? So happy birthday to late Virgos, early Libras. There you go. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer one-on-one readings. I offer IET, which is a healing modality. I have lovely handmade t-shirts and scarves, as you see on me and behind me. I have astrology t-shirts. Actually, I ordered a Libra, and it should be here any day. And when it comes, I'll put it on. I'm also open to doing one-on-one readings in person in my apartment. I'm in Midtown Manhattan. So if you're in New York, the New York area, or you're visiting New York, you're welcome to come see my YouTube setup, my art studio, otherwise known as my apartment. Okay. It's really beautiful outside today. It's not very sunny, but you know, September, October is really the loveliest month of the year. Well, it is. The spring is always funny. We never quite know what the spring. Sometimes it's a cool May. Sometimes it's a hot May. It's hard to know. I mean, as if I could predict the weather. Actually, I kind of did. I did predict that storm, which is kind of weird. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. So we just had the full moon. It's more release. More release. Okay, you ready? So, the 6 of Cups, the card of the past, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. So the 8 and the 10 of Swords really are about, I think you're letting go of the past. You're letting go of, so 10 is completion, a new dawn is rising. This is the 8, self-imposed bondage. But actually, the interesting thing about this one is that it's in this, it's in her power to release herself. It's as simple as that. It's really easy to get wrapped up in, oh, this happened to me, and it's this outside influence that's messing me up, that's ruining with my head, la, la, la. It's like, well, you have the decision over your thoughts. It's as simple as that. So I think, I really feel like you're going to be released from the past. There's a release from the past that was kind of driving you crazy. It's emotional. It's, it might be the release of a memory. Might be the release of a memory. Very interesting way to start the new season. So I think you're going to have a reflection. I think this is, you're going to have a reflection. This is the card of Virgo, last day of Virgo, or the second to last day, or whatever it is. This is about really going deep inside, about going really deep inside and saying, what is it that I want? What is it that makes me happy? What is it that brings me joy? And how can I access that? How can I access that? Because what used to work doesn't necessarily work anymore. I think that's the most important question for all of us to ask ourselves. It's like, what is it that really brings me joy? And how can I incorporate more of that into my life? And it's different for everyone. You know, some people like reading books, and some people like taking walks, and some people like making things, and some people like um, teaching, cooking. It could be a million trillion things. Yeah, you're not interested. This is also a card of change. This is about change of thought. It's about change of thought. It's like walking away from something that is done. It's just done. Yeah, new thoughts coming in. So I think like the real deal is, what is it that brings you joy? And it's like, well, if you don't know, look around, and something that says, I don't know, maybe try it. Try it. Well, I think I want to make things. Well, then, go to a dollar store and buy some stuff and start making stuff. I think I really enjoy cooking. So try a new recipe, or add something to your old recipe. Or, does it make you happy to talk to your friends? Then talk to your friends. Search out the joy. That's my little message of the day. Search out the joy, because the past, I think you've let go of a memory of the past, and let go of a certain bondage, and it's done. And here you are searching, right? He's searching, obviously. This is about knowledge, knowledge of the self, knowledge of the soul. So, it's like you're walking around with your lantern, which is basically is your soul. And what is it illuminating? What's interesting to you, And it's very easy to go into like, oh, I don't want this, and I don't like this, and da, da, da. It's like, that's fine. What do you want? Coming at it from that angle, instead of, I want to release this, come at it from an angle of, what would I like to experience? What would I like to bring in? What would I like to attract? Because at the end of the day, whatever you're vibrating is what you're going to attract. And, like the battle that can't be won, they were with him to sort of save the land, but he was kind of such a tyrant. They're like, oh, we're done with you. So it's really, I used to, stand in this camp, so to speak. And now I'm done. I'm ready for something else. I'm ready to like go searching. This like soul searching, basically. This and the, we do have birds. Do you hear them? The sparrows, but the sparrows aren't as loud as the finch. I don't know where the finch went. I don't know where they went. Yeah, brand new ideas. So, think of yourself as a kid, like do something that's fun. Oh, I always wanted to make ice cream. Well, then make ice cream. Oh, I always wanted to go to this place in my city that I've never been to before. And, I've been living here for 40 years and I've never actually been to the top of that building or whatever it is. Yeah, go to the top of that building and look around. What is it that brings you joy? Go and get it. And it has to bring you joy. It's not about making everyone else happy. This is about bringing you joy, right? Everybody else thinks, why would you want to go on a tour of an old house? And you're like, because it's fascinating to me and it brings me joy, right? So then you should go on that tour of the old house or whatever it is. So what is it that brings you joy? That's kind of my beginning message for the fall. How's that? My beginning message for the fall. What is it that brings you joy, and how can you go about attaining it? And, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I went to the botanical garden yesterday because I get a lot of inspiration from flowers. And my friend actually took me, which was lovely. And, I got a lot out of it. I get a lot more out of that, honestly, than sometimes seeing paintings because like the color combinations in nature are just amazing. I'm always looking for color combinations. That's really my thing. It's like that with that, that with that, that with that. That really gets me going. Anyway, what is it that brings you joy? And so therefore, last night I started working on scars and they're hanging all over the house. And I figured, yeah, you better do the video because otherwise you're just going to go deep. And then it'll be 6 o'clock and it's like, oh, I didn't do the video for tomorrow. What is it that brings you joy and how can you go about, attaining it or experiencing it? And it could be very simple. It could be very, very simple. It doesn't have to be a whole, oh, well, I've always had this thing about going to Antarctica, okay. I don't know, put on some snowshoes and walk around the house and pretend you're talking to a penguin. Blessings, because the past is done. The old memories no longer have influence over you because something new has started. It's beginning of a new season. So embrace it. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Talk to you soon.